Hi, everybody, from a wet Vinton County High School. It's the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes, the Vinton County Vikings. Justin McCumber on camera, Ray Spouts, Jim McCumber here on Nelsonville TV Cables, Channel 15.
Well, I have to admit, Jim, you said it right. It's wet here in Vinton County. You cannot have enjoyed the last hour and a half you've been sitting around in the stands like we have. It's cool, it's rainy, it's been gusty, windy. However, the flag is more quiet right now than it's been since we showed up. It's a little less of a rain out here right now. Maybe we're going to have good weather as the evening wears on.
Buckeyes coming in at 6-2 overall, 3-0 in the Ohio Division of the Tri-Valley Conference. Vinton County 1-7 overall and 0-3 in league play.
And the Buckeyes tonight really looking to not have that surprise ball game against a team they should win. Trying not to look forward to next week's ball game against Athens, even though that's the big game right now on the calendar. They've got to take care of business tonight.
Last week, Nelsonville-York defeated Alexander 55-7. Vinton County lost to Athens 58-0. Last year, the Buckeyes defeated the Vikings up at Boston Field 41-0.
Yeah, like I said, this is a game that the Buckeyes should win. Everything seems to pan out in their favor. The matchups are in their favor. You know, the running game, especially in tonight's type of weather, should vote in their favor. So it's a Buckeye game. However, in this type of weather, Jim, fumbles, turnovers, miscues, things can happen on a wet field, and the ball won't always bounce the way you expect it. It will change the play of the game tonight.
Buckeyes lead the all-time series. Nelsonville-York has won 36 games to Vinton County's 8 in the series, and the Buckeyes have won the last 12 meetings with Vinton County.
And we hope to make it lucky 13 tonight.
Head coach for Nelsonville-York, Dave Boston Jr. And again, this is his 10th year at Nelsonville-York, and he is 47-3 in league games.
I spoke a little soon. The wind is gusting up quite nicely now all of a sudden again.
Head coach for Vinton County is Justy Burleson. Buckeyes will be receiving the opening kickoff.
Yeah, I'm not sure who won the coin toss, but we are going to have the ball first. Vinton County elected to have the wind to their backs to start out tonight's ball game, so we'll be running into the wind and rain. You know, we've avoided rain and cold and bad weather all season long. Last week it was pretty cool, but the weather has been reasonably nice throughout the entire season up until tonight's ball game. That's senior night here at Vinton County, Jimmy.
Senior night here at Vinton County High School, as you said. And
all the parents and kids paraded down through from all the fall sports for all their seniors to start out tonight's festivities.
Austin North will be back deep to receive the kickoff for Nelsonville-York.
And Jim, seeing you have the roster for Vinton County and I don't, I'll call numbers, and if you decide to throw out a name or two, I'll go with you.
Again, Vinton County will be kicking off. Buckeyes trying to go 4-0 in league play.
Like I said, Athens Bulldogs playing tonight. Looking to go 4-0 also, hoping to have a undefeated matchup between the two teams going into the TVC Ohio matchup next week back in Boston Field. Let's take care of business here tonight, Bucks.
Jordan Kidd kicking it off for Vinton County to get this game underway. A short kick. It will be taken by Emmett Reed. Reed to the middle of the field, and he'll take it out to the Buckeye 47-yard line.
Brought down by number 5 and 52 were the first two gentlemen on the Vinton County side of the ball to make the tackle. Gives the Buckeyes great field position almost at midfield.
Todd Wallingsford on the tackle for the Vikings.
Be a team event trying to get that taken care of, Jim.
Joe Young at quarterback. He's rushed for 549 yards, averaging 15 yards a carry for the Buckeyes. And he'll run it this time on the right side. Cuts it up. Joey Young on the move for the Buckeyes.
He's gone.
Joey Young across the 20, 15-10, 5 touchdown on the game's opening play. Joey Young takes it 53 yards for a Buckeye touchdown.
Well, that's one way to start out the ball game. We've seen Joey do this numerous times, run close to a half field to get into the house for the touchdown. It's a nice way to start out tonight's ball game, though.
DJ Young will attempt the point after touchdown. Joey Young will be holding. And the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Looks real nice.
So the Buckeyes take the early 7-0 lead, 11:15 to play in the opening quarter. DJ Young will kick it away for the Buckeyes. Again, Joey Young taking the first play all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. Of course, Joey Young and DJ Young played for Wellston, and Vinton County was their rival, one of their rivals. Of course, Jackson a rival also. Well, so you know they want to play well against the Vikings.
You can see the effects of the wind right there, Jim. Oh, he broke loose.
Takes it to the outside.
DJ carries him down on out of bounds. It looks near midfield. Again, they'll have close to the same type of field position as the Buckeyes did. Somehow he got through there. Was that 25?
That was Chase Fout, number 25 of the Vikings.
Chase Fout. Nice return that time for the Vikings to get them in decent field position. What I was starting to say, though, is DJ Young's consistently been kicking that ball off down inside around the 10 to 5 yard line. That ball hit right around the 25, and that's the effects of the gusting wind and stuff. So field position and what side of the field you're playing on tonight could be key throughout the evening.
Andy Long, the quarterback from Vinton County. Vikings 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line. They split out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, hand off to the tailback. I believe that's Fout again, and he's going to be brought down right around the line of scrimmage. May have picked up 1 to the 47.
DJ Young and Jay Elliott in on the stop that time, along with Austin McCullough.
Tackle made by Nelsonville, Jay Elliott.
They say you got 2. I see 1 on the field, but Buckeye defense swarming in there on this. It definitely will be what team can weather the storm of the weather here this evening.
2nd down and 9 for the Vikings on their own 47. Get Andy Long at quarterback, and a flag comes in. And we're going to have offsides on Nelsonville-York. Someone lined up offsides. So it'll be 2nd and 4 now for Vinton County at the Nelsonville-York 47-yard line.
Blustery, rainy evening.
2nd down 3.
Long at quarterback, a receiver split out on each side. And he throws out to this side. It is caught, but the Buckeyes right there. And he's brought down. That was Jordan Kidd on the reception, and that was a loss on the play.
Boy, I tell you what, Mark Carter swarmed in from the corner position along with Emmett Reed helping out, but Mark Carter was right on top of that time and did not allow that to go anywhere. In fact, that was a loss on the play, wasn't it?
Loss of 1. It brings up 3rd and 5 at the Buckeye 48. Andy Long at quarterback. They'll split out a receiver on each side once again. Long throws on the left side, hangs it up, and it's nearly picked off by Jeremy Warren.
Actually, number 36, the intended receiver for the Vinton County Vikings, ended up being a great defender and knocking that away from Jeremy's hands. Jeremy had perfect position on that, thought he was going to be able to reel it in. Nice job by the defensive side of the ball for the Buckeyes yet again.
4th down and about 5 for the Vikings with the Buckeye 48-yard line.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
And Vinton County will look to go for it. Let's see if they will just try to draw the Buckeyes off sides. Nelsonville-York needs to stay on side here. They do snap it. Pitch out on the left side. Buckeyes in pursuit, and he's brought down for a yard loss. The Buckeyes have held on downs.
Zach Mays came flying in there defensively and had that play eaten up from the very beginning. Drops him for a loss. The Buckeyes get the ball.
That was Dylan McCord on the carry. You mentioned Zach Mays coming in with 44 tackles. Third leading tackler for the Buckeyes. Austin McCullough with 49 tackles, and Austin Emmon with 45 tackles coming into this game. So the Buckeyes take over. First down and 10 at midfield. Young takes a snap, hands it off to Clint Handa, and he's hit pretty quickly and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the Buckeyes.
Nice defensive play by the Vikings that time. I believe that was number 44 on the stop.
Tackle made by Zach Stolle for the Vikings.
Zach Stolle for the Vikings there as they announce over the board, or over the speaker system out of the press box where they're nice and warm and cozy.
Second down and 10 for the Buckeyes at the 50-yard line. Joey Young takes a snap, comes to this side. Joey Young will keep it himself. He's got the first down as he cuts it up, heading up the sidelines. Joey Young's going to take it all the way. Touchdown from 50 yards out.
And again, we say about all the time, the blocking for the Buckeyes on the line is exceptional. What I really love about the Buckeye offensive side of the ball is everybody takes responsibility for blocking. You had the wide out over here, I believe, was Jeremy Warren. Then you had Uppy coming out, Jacob Blake, along with Emmett Reed, getting out there and making blocks as they go downfield to really free up Joey to get around that corner. 2 carries, 103 yards for Joey Young on tonight's ball game already.
DJ Young attempting the point after touchdown. Low snap, and the kick is no good. But the Buckeyes lead 13-0 over Vinton County with 8:31 to play in the first quarter.
DJ Young to kick off for Nelsonville. Chase Fowl and Dylan Acord back for Vinton County.
Dylan Acord and Chase Fowl back to receive this kickoff. And again, it's a nice short kick. Well, he catches it on the run at the 25 this time.
Dylan Accord on the return for Vinton County takes it out to about the 39-yard line.
Tripped up by Jacob Talbert, along with, I believe, out there was Mr. Adkins and Jacob Blake on the stop that time.
Tackle on the play made by Cody Walker for the Buckeyes.
And they called out Cody Walker also.
First down and 10 for the Vikings. They spotted at the Vinton County 39. First down and 10. Buckeyes up 13-0.
Now the Vikings on their first offensive series. Sideline infraction or warning against the Vinton County Vikings as they just gave them a single warning to back the sideline off. But in the first series, even though they had some positive yards, it was all because of the 5-yard infraction against the Buckeyes. They actually had -2 yards on the first offensive series for the Vikings.
Andy Long at quarterback. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Does so over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Intended receiver was Tyler Walton.
Number 7 out there, yes.
Andy Long coming into this game, 43 of 111 passes, 584 yards and 3 touchdowns. Second down and 10 for the Vikings on their own 39-yard line. Buckeyes up 13-0, 8:09 to play first quarter. Long takes a snap, hands it off, and the Buckeyes all over it. A loss on the play.
Number 32 carried the ball that time, and he wished he didn't because Jay Elliott met him about 2 yards before the line of scrimmage and just dropped him.
That was Michael Willis on the carry, a loss of 2. Back to the 37-yard line, it brings up 3rd and 12.
Well, like I said in the first series that the Vikings had the ball, they went backwards, and so far they're doing the same thing here.
Loss of 2, 3rd down 12.
Andy Long at quarterback. Takes a snap, rolls left, pitches it out. The ball's loose on the option. And the Buckeyes all over it. Vinton County did recover it, but Nelsonville-York all over that play.
Cody Walker came flying in from his end position, and before the quarterback could even try to get the ball out of his hands, he was pummeled, and he tried to pitch the ball while he was getting hit, and hit hard by Cody that time. There was a big loss in that play as it's back to the 27-yard line.
Zach Stalling will punt it away for Vinton County. Austin North back deep for Nelsonville-York. Emmett Reed also back for the Buckeyes. Kick is away. Nice punt. Austin North will run it down, take it on a hop right back at the 20. Picks it up, comes to this side, and he's going to be brought down right around the 15-yard line.
Well, again, that's playing with the wind to your back. If you look at the flag, the wind is still blowing pretty good out here this evening. The rains have pretty much subsided, died down at least for the moment, but the wind is still there, and you could see it in that punt. It really carried well over Austin's head.
About a 53-yard punt for the Vikings.
And a nice coverage on that side of it, so they brought Austin down before he could get his wheels underneath him.
First and 10 Buckeyes. The ball spotted at the 12-yard line of Nelsonville-York.
Well, see what the Buckeyes offense can do with the ball with a long field here now. 88 yards to go for a touchdown.
Austin North in motion to this side. And Joey Young hands it off. Buckeyes, Clint Handel with, DJ Young with a lot of running room. There is a flag down, however, back at the line of scrimmage. And it might just be a sideline warning.
They're not taking any chances with the sideline warning issues, I guess, tonight. They've warned both sides of the field at this point.
So that play does stand for Nelsonville-York. DJ Young with a nice carry.
Can't tell if he's out of about the, 31-yard line maybe? About a 19-yard carry that time for DJ.
Nelsonville has a first down 10 on Nelsonville 31-yard line.
First and 10 Buckeyes on their own 31. Young takes a snap, hands it off. Clint Handa picks up positive yardage for the Buckeyes, picks up about 5 yards.
Clint Handa on the carry. Tackle made by Dylan.
Second and 5 for Nelsonville-York at the 36.
Again, the offensive line opening up holes on both the left and right side right now. And the Buckeyes' running attack is definitely looking strong here this evening.
Second and 5 for Nelsonville-York. Joey Young at quarterback. Austin North in motion to this side. Handoff. I believe it's Mark Carter, spins away. Mark Carter on the right side. Across the 40 of Vinton County. Mark Carter still going, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown.
Mark Carter, 64 yards. Right up the gut of the defense as his offensive line opens up the hole, and his lead blocker do a nice job, and then Mark breaks to the outside and shows his speed along the sideline and busts it for 64 yards.
A couple of Vikings had the angle on him, but Mark Carter just outraced him to the end zone. Extra point attempt upcoming for Nelsonville-York. DJ Young will attempt the extra point. Nice snap. And the kick is off to the right, no good. 5:26 to play in the first quarter. Nelsonville-York 19 and Vinton County 0. DJ Young will kick it away once again for the Buckeyes.
Chase Bout, Dylan Ailcord receive it again. Buckeyes start out tonight with 3 touchdowns of 50 yards or greater.
Nice kick for DJ Young into that wind. The cord on the far side is taken down right around the 35-yard line of Vinton County.
Brought down by Cannon Kilbarger, it looked like, and Zach Mays on the tackle.
Dylan Acord on the return.
Dylan Acord is how they pronounce it. Brings it out to the 35-yard line. First down and 10, Vinton County. There is a flag down. And Vinton County will back up. We have a block in the back on the Vikings.
Yeah, if you're the Vikings, the last thing you want to do is help the Buckeyes out by giving them yardage and penalty.
They spot the ball right around the 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the Vikings. It is on the 14-yard line of Vinton County. Andy Long at quarterback. Handoff up the middle, and Nelsonville-York right there. A gain of 1 to the 15. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
It looked like Isaac Andrews on the stop that time.
Chase fouled on the carry for Vinton County.
Called Isaac Andrews. Isaac Andrews and Neil Pauly in on the stop together right there. You put those two guys over the nose, over the center position like that, and they can gobble up a runner pretty quickly.
Long hands it off once again, and once again, not much doing for the Vikings. He may have picked up a half yard on the play.
Chase fouled on the carry.
Chase fouled on the carry once again.
Well, I don't think he got anywhere that time, as again, Isaac Andrews right in there on the stop for the Buckeyes defensively.
3rd down and 9 for Vinton County at the 15. 4:15 to play in the first quarter. A rainy night here in MacArthur.
Cool breeze.
Andy Long at quarterback for the Vikings on a 3rd and 9 situation, looking to throw, being pressured.
Cody Walker's going to
and he's going to be sacked.
Again, that's one of those sacks. Cody Walker just did not give up on the play and continued to pursue the quarterback. But at the same time, the secondary did an excellent job of having people covered downfield, because he tried to set and throw that ball at least once, maybe twice, and just couldn't find anybody. Long ended up having to tuck the ball away before losing it, as Cody was just beating down on him that time.
Buckeyes looking to get great field position. Austin North, the return man for the Buckeyes, standing at the Vinton County 35. 4th down at about 19, Vinton County from their own 5. High snap. Buckeyes in pursuit of the ball. It's loose in the end zone. Touchdown Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York recovers.
Looks like Cody Walker, number 52, comes up with the ball, but there were 4 Buckeyes back there as that ball was snapped high, and the punter tried to reel the ball in, just couldn't quite do it. As he brought it down, he drops it, and the Buckeyes cover it. And before you know it, we're looking at 3 minutes yet to go in the first quarter, and the Buckeyes have 25 points on the board.
Nelsonville-York will go for the 2-point conversion. Joey Young takes a snap, rolls right, keeps it himself. And the 2-point conversion attempt fails for Nelsonville-York, but the Buckeyes have a 25-0 lead over Vinton County. 3:16 to play, first quarter. DJ Young once again kicking it away for the Buckeyes. The approach and the kick will be taken by Dylan Acord.
Nope.
No.
Chase actually picked it up.
Chase fouled. And it looks like Vinton County will have it on their own 29-yard line.
Look like Cannon Kilbarger and T.J. Warren on the stop there.
So far it's been all Buckeyes in this game.
The Buckeyes offensively have only had 6 plays from the line of scrimmage. 6 plays from the line of scrimmage. They've got 3 touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball. The defense recovers one of the fumbles on the snap for the punt. And before you know it, the Buckeyes are up 25-0. And like I said, I've only had the ball on 6 plays.
And Vinton County will take a timeout. 3:09 to play in the first quarter. Buckeyes up 25-0. Andy Long taking the snap at quarterback. Looking to throw. Does so over the middle. And it falls incomplete as it goes through the hands of Todd Willingford.
And the Vinton County Vikings, that's been about their best opportunity right there, as it looked like it was in and out of the hands of the receiver that time. Buckeyes defensively still been putting a lot of pressure on the Vikings. The Vikings offensively, though, they've had a couple of real bad miscues at the end of the series. The last 2 third-down possessions, they pitched the ball back, lost 10 yards. And on the last series, Cody Walker sacks the quarterback long for a 10-yard loss. Total offense for the Vikings at this point, this is their 4th offensive series, and they have a total of negative 23 yards.
Second down and 10 for the Vikings from their own 30-yard line. Handoff on the left side. And a running back will take it out to about the 33-yard line. Picks up 3 yards for the Vikings.
Hunter Sexton on the carry.
Hunter Sexton on the carry for Vinton County.
I believe their most productive offensive play of the evening.
Pick up a 4. So it brings up 3rd and 6 for the Vikings on their own 34-yard line.
Pick up a 4 on the play, tackle made by DJ Young.
DJ Young in on the tackle that time. I also saw Austin North come flying in there from the linebacking position.
Andy Long rolls with it on the left side. And he'll take it out to about the 38-yard line. Vinton County just shy of a first down. It'll bring up 4th down and short.
Cody Walker on the stop.
Cody Walker defensively makes the stop as he's coming around the end that time, and he stops him just like you said, just shy appears to be of first down yardage.
4th down and about a half yard to go for Vinton County. The Vikings will go for it.
Vinton County going for their first down of the evening. It's their second 4th down attempt.
Andy Long at quarterback. He keeps it himself, and he's brought down for a loss, and the Buckeyes have held on downs.
I tell you what, DJ Young.
And a late flag comes in well after the play.
It's against the Vikings, I do believe. DJ Young read the blocking scheme of that perfectly, watched the hands of Long, fake the handoff, keep the ball, and he just shed the blocker and moved right to the guy with the ball and did a nice job of dropping him for a loss.
Personal foul on Vinton County. So the Buckeyes will get the ball. They held Vinton County on downs, and they'll march off 15 against Vinton County, and the Buckeyes with a first down deep in Viking territory.
Well, I just said it earlier. The last thing you want to do if you're the Vikings this evening is to help the Buckeyes out with big penalties and moving the ball without having to even do any work. And the Buckeyes have been able to do enough of the work on their own as they've had the ball for 6 plays, 191 yards to this point, and 3 touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball. That's over 30 yards per play. They won't be able to do that this time because they start with the ball on the 22.
1st and 10 Buckeyes. Joey Young at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Young takes a snap, hands it off to Clint Handa, takes it back to the middle of the field. Nice pickup for Clint Handa as he rambles down to about the 14-yard line, maybe the 15, a gain of 7.
Nice job by offensive line again around the left side. Handa bounces right through the hole. As you said, number 44 tries to wrap him up after about 2 yards. And instead, he carries that boy along with a couple others before he's brought down after an 8-yard gain or a 7-yard gain.
Buckeyes second down and 3 at the 15 of the Vikings. Handoff Clint Handa, and he's going to take it in for a Buckeye touchdown.
15-yard touchdown for Handa. So Handa jumps into the fun of the evening ball game here and puts some more points up on the board for the Buckeyes offense with a 15-yard touchdown run.
Buckeyes up 31-0 here in the first quarter.
Buckeyes lining up for, oh, they are going to try for the extra point here.
DJ Young trots out onto the field to attempt the extra point. Joey Young will hold. I believe Jay Elliott is the snapper.
Oh, it's blocked.
And the Vikings block it, but the Buckeyes lead 31-0. 49 seconds to play in the first quarter. DJ Young will kick it away once again for Nelsonville-York. Nice kick by Young. Backs him up close to the 10-yard line. Return man coming this direction. It's Chase Fout. And he'll take it all the way out to about the 39-yard line.
Finally wrapped up by Zach Mays that time. Zach covers a lot of ground on these kickoff coverage plays. He can make the move from the inside to the outside and cover sideline to sideline very quickly.
Rain coming down a little more steady once again. It was really pouring right before the start of this game. Slacked off just a little bit, but the rain has never ceased to come down tonight.
Yeah, it's coming back out, a little bit of a breeze out there. If you watch that flag, it's blowing pretty hard again out there too.
Field was really in great shape, even with some rain before the game, but of course, could probably just take so much if it just keeps pouring through the whole game. Hand off to Fountain, the Buckeyes all over it.
Neil Pauly in the backfield again before anything happened that time. Wrapped him up and dropped him.
Tackle made by Neil Pauly for the Buckeyes.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10.
You know, talking about the field out there, Jim, you noticed that the referees have had a tough time. There's been 2 or 3 times I've noticed the referees slipping and sliding out there and going down, but getting themselves right back up. But, you know, as the evening wears on, I suppose that could end up being an issue. With the Buckeyes up 31-0, I doubt it's going to affect the score.
Pitch out on the left side. And the ball carrier is brought down after a short gain on the play, a pickup of maybe 2. And that's the end of the first quarter here at Vinton County High School, Nelsonville-York. After 1 quarter of play, leading Vinton County 31-0. 3rd and 8 for Vinton County as we begin the second quarter of play. Vikings on their own 42-yard line. Andy Long at quarterback.
Not sure if you read through the starters tonight, but I have noticed the Buckeyes moving a few other kids in and off on the field on the defensive end positions as Eli Fox is out there right now.
Play action, Andy Long back to pass, and he's sacked once again.
By Eli Fox. Nice job for Eli coming off the corner. I was just noting that they were moving different kids on and off the field in those end positions, and Eli just continued to follow the play and did not give up on it and made the tackle.
Loss of 3 brings up 4th and 11, and Vinton County will punt it away.
5 yards on the play. 4th down, 11. Zach Stolly in confirmation for Vinton County.
Zach Stalling will punt it away for Vinton County once again, and Austin North back deep for Nelsonville-York. Nice snap. Low liner up the field. Picked up by Emmett Reed. He'll bring it to this side, open field. And he'll take it into Vinton County territory to about the 47-yard line. Nice return by Emmett Reed.
51 for the Vikings. Defensively makes the stop for him. But Emmett Reed gets the Buckeyes great field position.
Actually spotted around the 42-yard line, I believe, of the Vikings.
I believe you're correct. Vikings make a late substitution that time.
Joey Young at quarterback. Buckeyes in a T formation. Handoff to Austin North. Austin North breaks a tackle. A flag does come in. North still going. Crosses the 20 of Vinton County. Down inside the 10 to the 9. But again, a flag is down back up the field. And the official is saying to come back, holding on the Buckeyes.
Tackle made by Vinton County's Nate Schrader. Flag on the play.
So a nice run by Austin North, and that will be wiped out by a holding penalty. Of course, a 10-yard mark off from the spot of the foul. And they'll spot it back at the Buckeye 47-yard line.
It just gives the Buckeyes an opportunity to extend their average per play here. Even though that last play was right at the Buckeyes' average, this will back them up a little bit, give them some room.
First down on about 20.
Line back up in the same formation, but after that long run, I doubt North can carry it again.
He'll take the handoff on the left side. North still on the move once again. Austin North cuts it to the middle of the field, and he'll take it down to about the 10-yard line.
I guess the coaches said it worked once. It'll work again. Why not? He gets all the way down to about the 15-yard line. It looks like he maybe even down to the 12. They will call it to the 12-yard line. He started at the 47. That's a nice 50-yard gain.
Nice run by Austin North once again.
40-yard gain. 41 yards is what he ended up with on that. That's, you know, I honestly did not believe we would give it back to North after he just ran the ball 30-some yards on the same play, and they line up yet in the same formation.
First and 10 at the Vinton County 12. Buckeyes up 31-0. 10.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Handoff to North on the left side. Austin North. And he's brought down just shy of the goal line, right around the 1-yard line, maybe inside the 1. Pickup of 11.
I guess the Buckeyes coaching staff is saying, well, we've ran this play 3 times. We've been productive all 3 times. We're just going to keep running it until you figure out a way to stop it.
First and goal for the Buckeyes inside the 1 of Vinton County.
Same T formation.
North takes a handoff, and he's hit and dropped. See where they spot it.
He was hit hard right at the line of scrimmage that time. Vikings defense really stood tall that time, right at the line right at the goal line.
So the Buckeyes will have a second and goal at the 1-yard line.
For the Vikings.
So on the 4th play in a row, the exact same formation, the exact same play called, and that time the Vikings defensively step up and stop North right at the line of scrimmage.
That was Dylan Bartow on that hit for Vinton County. Buckeyes once again in that T formation. Handoff, Clint Handa, touchdown Buckeyes.
And just like that, they line up in the same formation and they do something different. They go the other direction, this time with Clint Handa.
Buckeyes up 37-0, 9:19 to play in the first half.
See if the extra points go any better for the Buckeyes as now the wind is to the back of DJ Young.
Rain still falling, but it's very fine now. DJ Young will attempt the point after touchdown.
There was movement on the line, either against the Buckeyes or the Vikings, one of the two, but something's got to be called.
Now it looks like they're asking the other side judge what he saw. And they're calling it on the Buckeyes. So they'll back him up to the 8-yard line. And Nelsonville-York will attempt the point after touchdown.
The only thing I'll say on that, Jim, is the referees have been pretty good this year about calling out the number of who makes the penalty. And this time the call was just against the offense. It's not like they really pinpointed exactly who made the mistake or what happened. They just felt that it was the Buckeyes that moved first.
Joey Young will hold. DJ Young will attempt. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:19 to play in the first half. Buckeyes on top, 38-0. DJ Young will kick it off for the Buckeyes.
The Vikings lined up at the 15 and closer to the 20 as most of DJ's kicks have been coming up short, but he's got the wind to his back this time.
Dylan Acord and Chase Fout back deep for Vinton County. DJ Young on the kick. And it goes over the head of Chase Fout. It goes in the end zone for a touchback, and that's what you were saying while we were off the air, that now DJ has the wind to his back, but the Vinton County return men were standing in about the same area as they were when DJ was kicking into the wind.
Yeah, and he didn't even get that one up into the air that high. It just carried a lot better. You could see the effect of the wind right there. You might even see the Buckeyes, while they're going with the wind to their back, have an opportunity to throw the ball a little bit more and put the ball in the air now that they realize how much of an advantage that truly is. And on the reverse side of that, the Vikings have put the ball in the air a handful of times, and now they're going to be throwing against the wind, and see how that affects Long when he puts the ball up.
1st and 10, Vinton County on their own 20. Again, Andy Long at quarterback. Pitch out on the right side. And the ball carrier is brought down for a loss.
Emmett Reed came flying in from that outside linebacking position that time and dropped number 11, who was carrying the ball that time. And like you said, for about a 4-yard loss.
Dylan Acord. I believe they said there was a fumble. I did not see that on that far side, but it was recovered by Vinton County.
That's what they said. Mr. Saxton recovered it for the Vikings after the fumble.
Loss of 4, back to the 16-yard line, 2nd and 14 for the Vikings. Andy Long under center at quarterback, looking this way, throws. Buckeyes in coverage, and it falls incomplete.
Jacob Blake from his safety position read that the whole way as he came flying over there to try to make a play. And ball was almost completed to number 23 that time, but broke up by the Buckeyes defensively, Jeremy Warren and Jacob Blake.
Intended receiver was Jordan Kidd.
Great athlete over here for the Vikings. Jordan Kidd
really good basketball player.
Plays basketball and does extremely well on the hardwood floor there as the basketball court. Just strong player.
3rd and 14, Vinton County on their own 16-yard line. Long. Back to pass, being rushed and sacked.
First brought down by Zach Mays, number 23, and then help cleaning things up was number 32, Eli Fox for the Buckeyes. And the Vikings offense continues to go backwards.
Loss of about 10. 4th down and about 24 for Vinton County. Back on their own 6-yard line.
Austin North standing at the 35-yard line to try to receive this punt.
Nice snap, and the Buckeyes block
Cody
it.
Walker.
And what a night Cody Walker's having.
Cody came flying in there, blocked the ball before anybody knew what was going on. He didn't know which way the ball went, but it went right through the end zone for a safety. I'm not even sure that hit him in the hands. I think that hit him in the gut when he jumped up, Jim.
So the Buckeye lead is 40-0 with 7:34 to play in the first half. Vinton County will kick it from the 20. Jordan Kidd will be kicking.
With that safety, the Buckeyes get a couple of their extra points back. Rounds the score up to 40-0 with 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Free kick for Vinton County. They will kick it away. Jordan Kidd on the kick. Not a bad kick for Kidd. Austin North running it down for the Buckeyes. Picks it up at the 42, or 32, pardon me. Crosses midfield. Austin North on the move for the Buckeyes. Still going, takes it to the outside. Austin North is going to take it in for the score.
He had blockers along the right side at first, and Austin North did everything he could to just follow those blockers and allow them to do what he did. And then at about the 35-yard line, there was about a group of 4 or 5 Vinton County Vikings that he just cut right through them and reversed the field the other direction and wide open grass to the end zone.
68-yard return for Austin North for the touchdown.
Special teams playing strong here again tonight for the Buckeyes as they've had the blocked punt for a touchdown. Well, the bad snap, the recovery of the fumble on a punt attempt by the Vikings. Then the blocked punt for the safety. Now a punt return for a touchdown.
Buckeyes controlling all 3 phases of this game. DJ Young attempting the extra point. Nice snap. And the kick is blocked by Vinton County, a low kick. And the Vikings knock it down, but the Buckeyes lead 46-0. 7:21 to play in the first half. DJ Young will kick it for the Buckeyes once again. He's going to have to soak his foot in some warm water after this one.
That's the advantage of having a kicking shoe, hopefully, for his sake.
Approaching the kick. And it's knocked down by Dylan Acord. Takes it around on the right side, hit. Still going, but
still on his feet.
And the Buckeyes finally bring him down out around the 20-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Finally brought down by T.J. Warren and Zach Mays that time as he gets around the right side. Hit by a handful of Buckeyes before he's brought down. Like you said, he just kept going. Gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Across the 25.
They'll spot it at the 26 of Vinton County. First down and 10, Vikings. I believe Vinton County still looking for their first down of the evening.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they've gone nowhere but backwards.
Handoff to this side. Buckeyes right there. Handoff went to Chase Fout, and a short gain on a play of 1 yard.
Emmett Reed low. Zach Mays come flying in from the linebacker position, dropped him. They say Cody Walker also, but looked to me like Zach Mays came flying in there.
2nd and 9. Vinton County on their own 27-yard line. Again, 2nd and 9. Clock running, 6:35 to play in the second quarter. Andy Long at quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Not much doing for the Vikings. A pickup of a couple for Vinton County. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Positive 3 yards. That's about all you can ask for right now. The largest or longest play from scrimmage right now is a 4-yard play. That was a 3-yard play. Still drastically in the negative as you look at the total yardage due to the sacks that Long has endured so far here in the first half.
Pitch out on the right side. Fout is hit in the backfield and brought down for a loss. Actually, the whistles will blow him dead on the end of the forward progress.
Which probably saved him a little bit as Emmett Reed, or was that Emmett Reed or Jacob Blake, I couldn't really see, had him wrapped up that time.
Loss of 5. It'll bring up 4th and 11.
I believe number 80 was out there on that play for the Buckeyes. You had a whole host of different Buckeyes out there. Donovan Ross was out there. Jason Riffle was out there. Mr. Coons was out there. So you had a lot of the Buckeyes moving in and off the field. A lot of second-string defensive players out there on that big 3rd down play.
Vinton County punts it away on 4th and 11. Heads to the home side of the field, out of bounds. Let's see where they will spot it. Buckeyes are going to have it in Vinton County territory. It looks like it'll be at the 44-yard line of the Vikings. First down and 10 Buckeyes. 4:53 to play before halftime. The Buckeyes up 46-0.
And it looks like they are lining up the second string offense here for the Buckeyes this evening.
At quarterback for the Buckeyes, Colt Adams.
Looks like Jason Talbert and Walker Elliott in the backfield for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes out of the eye. The receiver on each side. Handoff to Walker Elliott. Brings it to this side. And Elliott will pick up about 5 yards for the Buckeyes.
Brought down defensively by number 36 of the Vikings. So he gets a strong 6 yards on that carry.
Second down and 4 for Nelsonville-York. Ball spotted right around the 37-yard line of Vinton County. Adams hands it off. I believe it's Jacob Talbert.
It looked like it was number 27 around the end that time.
He's got a Buckeye first down. Picks up about 5 yards, maybe 6.
Buckeyes moving plenty of guys on and off the field. Is coming back out there now is Reed Courtney, number 82, and on the line I haven't been able to pick everybody up. We got Jason Riffle, Cameron Mount, I believe. I'll keep looking at the numbers as we go here.
Handoff Emmett Reed trying to get the corner, and he'll go down for a loss.
Tried to turn around and reverse the field that time again like he has in the past, and he was not able to get away from the number 12 tackler that time for the Vikings.
Nate Schrader.
Emmett's dropped for a loss.
Loss of 5 on the play. Second down.
Nice play by Schrader. A lot of times Emmett Reed will get away from a would-be tackler in that situation.
So we've also got T.J. Warren out there, Ethan Summerfield out there, Cannon Kilbarger, Chase Hammond.
Second and 14 for the Buckeyes. Hand off up the middle, and Vinton County right there.
I believe I see Brandon Meeks out there for the Buckeyes. Now coming onto the field. Don't have a clue who that was. I don't have a 61. As you see, 57, Josh Dieter coming off the field along with Walker Elliott.
I believe 61 is Paul Varner.
I believe you're correct. He's got one of those multiple numbered jerseys depending on the away or home game.
Pitch out to this side, Emmett Reed. Emmett Reed still on the move for the Buckeyes. And he'll be taken down right around the 22-yard line. Nice run, and the Buckeyes will have a 4th and short now after a 3rd and 15 situation.
Nice blocking by the Buckeyes on the offensive side of the ball. First, I saw Jason Talbert making a nice block out of the fullback position to allow Emmett to cut up to the field that time, and then downfield you saw Justin Kuhn continuing with the play off the line there and just continuing to push people around and allowing Emmett, like you said, to get down about 13 yards on the carry that time.
Buckeyes 4th down and 2 at the Viking 22-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle. Jordan Atkins, first down and more.
Jordan Atkins all the way down to about the 22-yard line, it looks like, maybe 23.
Actually around the 13, I believe.
Oh, 13, I'm sorry. I was looking at the 10 thinking it was the 20.
Jordan Atkins coming into this game with 164 yards rushing on 26 carries and a couple of scores.
15 yards on that carry.
First and 10, Buckeyes at the 13. Handoff. I believe it was Jason Talbert on the left side. Not much doing.
Maybe 1 yard on the carry that time as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and defensively the Vikings were right there.
Clock running, 1:12 to play in the first half. Buckeyes second down and 9 at the 12-yard line of Vinton County. Buckeyes up 46-0. Nelsonville-York out of the eye. Hand off to Atkins. trying to break away. Vikings holding on, and they'll take him down after he gets to about the 11-yard line, maybe the 10.
Can't believe they didn't hit that whistle a little sooner. It looked like they were waiting for possibly one of the Vikings to rip the ball out of Jordan's arms, but he did an excellent job of holding on as they were doing nothing but trying to strip that ball that time.
Pickup of 1 brings up 3rd and 8 for the Buckeyes at the 11.
52 seconds to play here in the first half.
Third down, South.
Colt Adams at quarterback under center. Hands it off to Jacob Talbert. And he'll take it inside the 10, gets it down to about the 6-yard line. And the Buckeyes will have a 4th down situation. 4th down and about 3.
Jacob Talbot on the carry.
Clock running, 28 seconds to play here in the first half.
Pickup of 3 on the play. 4th down, 4.
Buckeyes letting the clock run down. It's running at 13 seconds.
Not sure what the play clock is. We don't have a play clock here. I don't know if the Buckeyes are actually going to try to run another play or not.
Clock at 5 seconds. And it's going to be halftime here at Vinton County High School. And what a half it's been for Nelsonville-York. Again, the Buckeyes controlling all 3 phases of this game: offense, defense, and special teams. At halftime, the Buckeyes lead the Vikings of Vinton County here in MacArthur 46-0.
All right, we're back here in Vinton County where the Vikings are down to the Buckeyes 46-0. As the Nelsonville marching Buckeyes bring the halftime festivities to a close, marching back over here. You said it perfectly towards the end of the second half, Jim, and the fact that you made the comment that the Buckeyes are dominating in all 3 phases of tonight's ball game. And looking at those 3 phases of the ball game, let's first note that special teams for the Buckeyes has done an outstanding job. There's been a fumble recovery in the end zone, which was essentially on a punt, that Cody Walker recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. There's been a blocked punt that went through the back of the end zone for a safety, and then a 68-yard punt return by Austin North for a touchdown. So the Buckeyes on the special teams has been outstanding. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, the Buckeyes have held the Vinton County Vikings to negative 31 yards. Just incredible. 17 carries for a negative 30 yards, and they were 1 of 5 for a negative passing yard. On the offensive side of the ball for the Buckeyes, as Mr. Atkins is kicking off for the Buckeyes here in the second half, the Buckeyes had the ball 20 plays. They were 20 runs for 309 yards on the offense.
Jordan Atkins with a nice kick, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Nice job by Jordan again, using the wind to the back effectively. The back umpire almost didn't get out of the way of that ball.
Vikings will have it 1st down and 10 on their own 20. Buckeyes led 31-0 at the end of the first quarter, leading 46-0 as we begin the second half.
And they've got their second string defense out there. Is just looking through, I see on the line Donovan Ross, Justin Kuhn, Ethan Summerfield, Jason Riffle, and Eli Fox. In the linebacking core, you've got Jason Talbert, Jacob Talbert, along with David Ray. In the secondary, you've got on one corner, TJ Warren. On the other corner, Cannon Kilbarger. And in the safety position, looks to be Dakota Mays.
Personal foul on Vinton County. So that will back him up.
Yes, how many times did I say in the first half? That's the one thing they don't want to do is give Buckeye yardage. Buckeyes the yardage on penalties, and yet they continue to do so.
Vinton County on their own 10-yard line, 1st down and 10. Andy Long at quarterback. The receiver split out wide right. Handoff up the middle, and the Buckeyes once again all over it. In fact, they're driving backwards, but of course the forward progress stopped right around the 7-yard line, a loss of 3.
I was going to say he was hit originally by the interior line for the Buckeyes, and then gets away from them, and then Eli Fox and Jacob Talbert just continue to pursue him. That's about a 4-yard loss on that play.
They spot it back at the 6.
5-yard loss.
2nd down and about 14.
2nd down, 15.
So the Vikings continue to go backwards. Here you're starting out the second half.
Long hands it off up the middle, and once again the Buckeyes all over it.
David Ray on the stop that time defensively for the Buckeyes.
Another loss.
Along with Jason Riffle.
Loss of 1, I believe. 3rd and 15 now for Vinton County back inside their own 5-yard line. Vikings back inside their own 5, 3rd down and about 15. Andy Long back to pass, rolls on the right side. And the Buckeyes will bring him down. Short gain on the play to bring up 4th down and about 12.
Boy, it looked like he had some room on that right side as he gets around the right corner, and Jacob Talbot wraps up his leg and does not let go. And the rest of Buckeyes came in and helped him drop him for, like you said, about a 3 or 4 yard gain there.
4th and 12. Vinton County will punt it away.
Zach Scully in punt formation for Vinton County.
Looks to be Cannon Kilbarker back to receive this. Up man in front of him is Dakota Mays.
High snap. He gets the punt away. It's a short one. Bounces right around the 20-yard line of Vinton County. Out of bounds. And let's see where they spot it. Looks like around the 18-yard line of the Vikings. That's where the Buckeyes will have possession. Nelsonville-York with their second-team offense once again out on the field. They spotted at the 19. 1st down and 10, Buckeyes. Colt Adams at quarterback. Hand off to Walker Elliott. Elliott dives down around the 10-yard line. Gain of about 9 yards for Elliott.
Offensive line of the Buckeyes here, the second string out there opening up a nice hole for it. As you're right, he powers through for 9 yards.
Second down and 1 for the Buckeyes. Buckeyes at the 10-yard line of Vinton County. Hand off to Jacob Talbot. He's hit pretty quick. It might be a loss for the Buckeyes, a loss of 1. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 for Nelsonville-York.
Somehow eluded the first tackler, but you're right. They were in the backfield that time before he had even a chance to get to the line of scrimmage.
Clock running, 8:40 to play, 3rd quarter. Again, the Buckeyes up 46-0.
Still consider this, due to the score and where they're sitting, this is 4-down territory for the Buckeyes, so they've got 2 downs to get this 2-yard and get a 1st down yet.
Buckeyes out of the eye. Hand off to Jordan Atkins on the right side. Atkins has the 1st down, and he's got a touchdown, but a flag comes in. We may have a hold called on Nelsonville-York.
I believe you're right.
It is a penalty on the Buckeyes, either a hold or a block in the back out there on the right side.
Illegal block in the back is what they called as Jason Talbot, Jordan Atkins, and Reed Courtney come off the field for exchanged offensive threats.
So the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 3 now at the 11-yard line of the Vikings.
See, it happened way down by the 1-yard line, so it's from the spot of the foul.
Buckeyes out of the eye, hand off to Walker Elliott. Let's see if he's got the 1st down.
I'd say he's slightly shy.
And a late flag comes in. It looked like he might have been brought down 1 yard shy of the 1st down. Again, a flag is down. Personal foul on Vinton County.
I'd say what you're seeing in that type of penalty and that play right there is a frustration call, or frustration from the defensive side of the ball for the Vikings.
There, the penalty is on Nelsonville-York. Maybe he pointed the wrong way.
He did
Let's
point
wait
the
and
wrong
see.
way because they already marked off the ball.
I thought the official, when he was talking to the white hat, was pointing towards Vinton County.
Yeah, and they already stepped it off and gave him an automatic first down halfway to the goal line. It's 1st and goal from the 4 now.
Colt Adams hands it off. Jordan Atkins hit, trying to get away, knocked backwards once again. And now a host of maroon jerseys will take him down. And they're going to spot it back around the 15-yard line.
Jordan Atkins on the carry. Tackle made by
Loss of about 10 for the Buckeyes.
It's one of those situations where Jordan was just trying to make something happen in that particular play and squirrel away from the would-be tacklers and keep trying to find something positive to happen. But in turn, he ended up just costing himself some yardage. Had he just bowled in when he was first hit there by a couple of the defenders and went to the ground, he would not have had quite the loss for the Buckeyes offensive here.
Colt Adams back to pass, throws, and it is incomplete.
Oh, they say it was in and out of the hands. It looks like Cannon Kilbarger was coming down with the ball, but he must have dropped it on the way down. Incomplete. Nice job by Cannon just to get in position for that ball.
Player for Vinton County slow to get up, but it looks like he's okay, which is good to see.
That was the first attempted pass for the Buckeyes this entire game.
Buckeyes 3rd and goal at the 15-yard line of Vinton County. Buckeyes splitting out 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Colt Adams at quarterback. Ball's loose. Adams picks it up, takes it forward. And Adams will take it down to about the 10-yard line. The ball squirted out, but he was down.
Adams on the carry.
So the Buckeyes will have a 4th and goal from the 10, a pickup of 5 for Colton Adams. Adams did a good job once that ball's loose. He just picked it up and took it forward.
He did a nice job that time of corralling the ball and then finding a little bit of an open hole right up the middle and holding on to that ball strong as he runs up the middle. Like you said, gets 5 positive yards.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Buckeyes on 4th and goal from the Vinton County 10. Colton Adams hands it off on a draw play. Jordan Atkins. And he's going to be taken down right around the 3-yard line, I believe. So Vinton County has held on downs with 6:14 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Buckeyes leading 46-0.
Jordan Atkins on the carry. Tackle made by
Colt made a nice move that time, doing the little draw play, faking like he was going to drop back to pass, and then quickly tucking the ball into Jordan's arms as he powered right up the middle. Just did not have quite enough room to get to the goal line as the Vikings drop him at the 5.
First and 10, Vinton County on their own 5-yard line. Hand off to this side, and Nelsonville-York right there once again.
Wow, the Buckeyes' defensive prowess here on the second squad line. Number 21 was the carrier that time for the Vikings. He maybe get a yard on that carry.
Tyler Bartow on the carry.
Tyler Bartow was the carrier.
2nd down and about 8. They might have given him 2 on that play, out to the 7-yard line. Andy Long at quarterback for the Vikings. Rolls around the right side, running with the football. Leaps over a would-be tackler, breaks a tackle. And Andy Long will be taken down. Let's see where they spot this one.
Finally brought down by Jason Talbert and Xavier Fox. But
Right
I'd say
around the
he
17.
has enough for a first down that time.
And that may be Vinton County's first down of the night with 5:10 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
I believe you're correct.
Yardage enough for the Vinton County first down.
First down and 10 Vikings on their own 17-yard line.
Vikings have it first down 10. The ball spotted on the 17-yard line.
Jordan Kidd splitting out wide to this side for the Vikings. Andy Long hands it off.
Fumble!
The ball is loose. Nelsonville-York, they say they have it, and the officials agree.
I believe that was Jason Riffle that ripped the ball out of his hands and then fell on the ball. I couldn't tell for sure. I'll wait and see what they call, but that's who I thought I saw in there. That's what I thought. Number 58, Jason Riffle, did an excellent job of ripping that ball off, ripping the ball out of the tailback's hands and then jumping on the ball for the Buckeyes.
Nelsonville-York first down and 10 at the 16 of Vinton County. Colt Adams out of the shotgun, 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Adams slips as he goes to take off with it. Looked like it was going to be a quarterback draw, but he slips and goes down.
I made note of that earlier in the game that the field seemed to weather the rain early in the game well, but as you wear it out and as kids are running on it, it continues to get slick out there, and you just saw that happen right there.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13 for the Buckeyes.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Right around the 20-yard line of Vinton County. Buckeyes out of the eye with the receiver split out on each side. Adams hands it off to Jordan Atkins, and he'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard on top of it. We're to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Buckeyes.
Nice job.
Pick up a 4 for Jordan Atkins. 3rd down and 9 for Nelsonville-York. 3:52 to play in the 3rd quarter. Buckeyes splitting out a receiver on each side. Hand off to Walker Elliott, and he's hit pretty quickly right around the line of scrimmage. And the Buckeyes will have a 4th and 9, no gain on the play.
Fourth and long for the Buckeyes offense, but like you said, the clock continues to tick. Down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Because the Buckeyes continue with the 3-man platoon of players coming on and off the field.
4th down and 9 for the Buckeyes at the 15 of the Vikings. Receiver on each side. Colt Adams out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. And Colt Adams is going to be sacked back at the 30-yard line. And that's where Vinton County will take over. They hold on downs.
Big rush by the Vinton County Vikings from both corner positions. Colt really had no opportunity to look downfield and see anything happening. Unable to get rid of the ball, he's brought to the ground.
Vinton County on their own 31-yard line, 1st down and 10. 2:48 to play, 3rd quarter. Buckeyes leading 46-0 here at Vinton County High School.
Let's go, D!
Andy Long at quarterback. The receiver split out on each side for the Vikings. Takes a snap, looking to throw, does so. And it is caught to midfield and into Buckeye territory at the 45-yard line.
25-yard pass play brought down by Walker Elliott that time.
Dylan Crisp on the reception for Vinton County. First down and 10 for the Vikings at the Buckeye 44-yard line. Andy Long out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Being flushed out of the pocket. Running on the right side is Andy Long. And a flag comes in as Long takes it to about the 40-yard line of the Buckeyes. Again, a flag is down. Looks like the penalty will be on Vinton County.
Dakota Mays on the tackle that time, but you're right, there was something against the Vikings, I believe. Must have been a holding out there against the Vikings is my guess. As Mr. Draper comes on the line, out on the defensive side of the ball for the Buckeyes now.
So they spot it back to the 50-yard line. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and it'll bring it 1st down and about 15 for Vinton County.
Blocking the back against Vinton County.
Blocking the back on the Vikings.
First down 15.
Andy Long at quarterback. Takes a snap. Option to this side, and the Buckeyes right there. They take him down for a loss back at the 48-yard line of Vinton County.
It's called bringing the house that time. The Buckeyes looked like they just blitzed everybody and came in there strong and dropped them for a loss.
Jason Riffle on the stop.
Jason Riffle gets credit for the tackle.
2nd and 17 for the Vikings, back on their own 48-yard line. .135 to play in the third quarter.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down, 17.
Andy Long at quarterback for the Vikings. Takes us.
Actually,
It's
number 12 quarterback, and he keeps the ball himself.
takes it around the right side, positive yardage for Vinton County, and looks like he picks up about 9 yards, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Mr. Schrader, I think is who they just called.
Nate Schrader, sophomore for the Vikings. 3rd down and 8 for Vinton County at the Buckeye 42-yard line.
3rd down, 7.
Again, Nate Schrader at quarterback for Vinton County. 3rd down and 8. Hands it off straight up the middle. And the pile moves forward inside the Buckeye 40 to about the 38. And Vinton County will have a 4th down and 3 coming up.
Jason Talbert making the tackle that time for the Buckeyes.
It may have been the final play of this third quarter. Clock running under 10 seconds now.
They're looking like they're getting to the line to try to get the ball snapped before so.
Clock at 2 seconds. And they're unable to get it off. That's the end of the third quarter here at Vinton County, and the Buckeyes leading 46-0.
And that's the end of the third.
4th down and about 2 for Vinton County as we begin the final 12 minutes of play. Schrader hands it off, and the Buckeyes right there. They stand him up and driving back, and Nelsonville-York has held on downs, a gain of 1, but they needed 2.
Wesley Yours on the carry.
Looked like Jason Talbert was the first to hit him, and then Justin Coons in there for the Buckeyes. Nice play, Buckeyes defensively. First down for the Buckeyes as it's turnover on downs. Big stand by the Buckeye defensive here. Defensive secondary, second. I don't know what I'm trying to say, Jim. You can jump in anytime.
You want to say big play by the Nelsonville-York second unit?
There you go. That's what I was trying to say. I appreciate the help.
So Buckeyes 1st down and 10 on their own 36-yard line. Looks like Walker Elliott at quarterback for the Buckeyes.
Jacob Talbert on the carry that time dropped for about a 2-yard loss, but it was Walker Elliott out there. If you noticed on that last play from the offensive side of the ball from Colt Adams, it looked like he twisted up his knee or his ankle or something, and they've got him standing over talking with one of the trainers and stuff, and Walker Elliott now trying to run the offense.
Loss of 2 for the Buckeyes brings up 2nd and 12. Buckeyes on their own 34. Walker Elliott at quarterback. Handoff Jordan Atkins on the right side. And the ball came loose, I believe. And Vinton County has recovered at the Nelsonville-York 37-yard line.
Yeah, they did a nice job of actually turning Jordan kind of sideways and then coming in on a gang tackle and stripped the ball away that time. As the ball's turned over right back over to the Vikings with 11 minutes yet to play here in the ball game.
Tyler Bartow on that recovery for Vinton County.
And just like that, the Buckeye defense back on the field.
Andy Long back in at quarterback for Vinton County, throwing along to this side, and it's going to fall incomplete down at the Buckeye 1-yard line.
Overthrows his would-be intended receiver number 5 that time.
Todd Wallingford.
As Buckeyes had Cannon Kilbarger and Jacob Talbert back covering the long pass.
Second down, 10.
Vikings looks like they have the first-team offense back in, trying to get something going. Second down and 10 for Vinton County at the Buckeye 38-yard line. Andy Long at quarterback. They split out a receiver on each side. He takes a snap, setting up a screen over the middle. It is caught. And the Buckeyes with a nice hit. A flag does come in. Chase Fout on that reception for Vinton County.
That was Dakota Mays coming in there from his safety position, and then Jordan Atkins from the linebacker position to put a stop on that.
Legal man downfield, I believe, for Vinton County.
Yeah, the lineman did take off right behind the 4 that they spread out wide and send down the field. That'll back that play up.
10:38 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 46-0. Five-yard mark off against the Vikings. Brings up 2nd and 15. Vinton County at the Buckeye 43.
Second down, 15.
Vikings splitting out a receiver on each side. Andy Long at quarterback. Long looking to throw. Throws long on the left side. And let's see if it's caught by Jordan Kidd. Buckeyes get a hand on it, and then Jordan Kidd pulls it in deep in Buckeye territory.
Defensively back there for the Buckeyes is number 46. Jumps up and gets his hand on the ball. I believe it was 46 if I read that correctly. Maybe I didn't. Did you pick up another number on that, Jim?
Looks like 46 is on that far side for the Buckeyes.
That's who jumped up and hit the ball. Tipped the ball, but somehow completed, and it gets the best play of the offensive side of the ball for the Vikings.
Andy Long looking to throw, does so, has a man breaking open, but it falls incomplete. Second down and 10 for the Vikings at the Buckeye 11. 10:07 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 46-0. Second down and 10 for the Vikings. Again at the Buckeye 11. Vinton County with the receiver on each side. Andy Long at quarterback, takes a snap, throwing to this side. And it's knocked away by Jacob Talbert. Nice defensive play.
Great secondary play that time by Jacob Talbert as he was right with the man all the way into the end zone and is able to jump up and knock that ball away.
Todd Wallingford, the intended receiver. So it brings up 3rd and 10 for Vinton County at the Buckeye 11.
Oh, it's Billy Seal was number 46. He's the one that has one of the kids that have the multiple jerseys. 19 at home and 46. He's on the road. Billy Seal was the player that was out there on that last tip ball. Unfortunately, tipped over to one of the Vikings.
3rd down and 10 for Vinton County. Wallingford split out on the right. Kidd on the left. Andy Long at quarterback, takes a snap. He'll hand it off at the middle. And that's Fout. And he's brought down right around the 1-yard line. Chase Fout on the carry for Vinton County.
Number 12, Xavier Fox on the stop that time as he was very close to getting into the end zone. Xavier holds him out.
But that is a first down for the Vikings. 1st and goal at the Buckeye 1.
Vinton County will have a first down goal. Ball spotted on the 1 yard line.
Andy Long at quarterback. Hands it off to Michael Willis, and he's in for a Vinton County score.
Touchdown for the Vikings.
Vinton County on the board with 9:26 to play in the fourth quarter. So let's see if Vinton County attempts the extra point or if they attempt a 2-point conversion. Vikings will go for 2. Andy Long at quarterback, a receiver on each side. Option pitch out to Chase Fout.
Ball's on the ground.
And the Buckeyes will cover it up so the 2-point conversion attempt fails.
Eli Fox was back there in the backfield to make sure that didn't go anywhere once that ball was knocked to the ground.
9:26 to play in the game. The Buckeyes up 46-6. Jordan Kidd will kick it away for Vinton County after their touchdown.
Looks like Walker Elliott, Jacob Talbert, and Connor Hammond's back to receive for the Buckeyes.
The approach and the kick.
That's a nice kick. Connor Hammond picked it up at the 15.
Crosses the 25, and then he's brought down right around the 27-yard line. $9:15 to play in this game.
Connor Hammond's on the return. Tackle made by Todd Wallingford for the Vikings.
Nelsonville-York 1st and 10 on their own 26, leading by 40. Walker Elliott at quarterback.
Nelson will have a first down 10. Ball spotted off the Nelsonville 26-yard line.
Buckeyes out of the eye. Handoff Jordan Adkins. And Adkins with a nice run for the Buckeyes, picks up about 8 yards.
Secured the ball nicely that time. If you saw him, as soon as he got through the line of scrimmage, secured the ball with 2 hands and made sure they weren't going to try to strip it away from him that time.
2nd down and 2 for the Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York on their own 35-yard line. Again, Walker Elliott at quarterback. Ball's loose, I believe. Nelsonville-York has it. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. $8:15 to play in this game. Buckeyes 3rd down and about 3 on their own 34. Walker Elliott around the right side, and he's brought down for a loss. Buckeyes will have a 4th and 5 now.
Dylan Chris and Dylan Acord on the stop for Vinton County.
Fourth down and about 5 for the Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York will punt it away.
Billy Seal back to punt for the Buckeyes.
Jordan Kidd back deep to receive the punt. Seal gets it away.
Nice kick.
Nice punt. Picked up by Jordan Kidd, and he'll be brought down right around the 43-yard line by Jacob Talbot.
Jacob Talbot right there for the tackle. Nice coverage for the Buckeyes. Nice kick by Billy Seal, allowing the coverage team to get down there and make that play. It's Jacob Talbot and I believe David Ray in on the help that time. 7 minutes to play here in the ball game.
Vikings 1st and 10 on their own 43.
7:07 to go in the game.
Yeah, looks like the quarterback this time for Vinton County will be Nate Schrader. Vikings out of the eye. Handoff straight up the middle. The Buckeyes right there. Short gain on the play. Gain of about 2 yards. Of course, the Buckeyes winning this game here at Vinton County. They'll be 7-2 overall, 4-0 in the Ohio Division of the TVC. The Buckeyes came into this week 8th in Region 19. Of course, you have to be in the top 8 to qualify for the state playoffs.
Yeah, Buckeyes are in one of those positions that sitting in 8th, you need a little bit of help around you. It depends on the caliber of teams that each squad is playing. The advantage the Buckeyes have is they've got a big game next week against the Bulldogs.
Handoff on the left side, and the Buckeyes right there. And Nelsonville-York has recovered.
I believe Justin Kuhn comes up with the ball that time for the Buckeyes.
I believe it's Paul Varner, number 61 on the recovery. The Buckeyes take over in Vinton County territory at the 43 with 6:13 to play in the game. And the ball's loose once again. Still loose. That pigskin is slippery.
That greased pig, hard to catch.
And Vinton County has recovered.
The clock's been running the whole time during that play. They finally stopped it.
Buckeyes getting some good news tonight so far. At halftime, River Valley winning against South Point 28-7. Logan down by just 2 points to Gallia Academy in the third quarter. Buckeyes would like to have Logan win that one.
And as you were saying, though, a lot of that's, due to the point system and everything, not only does it matter who the Buckeyes beat, but who they've beat and who that team is winning, and that's why you're talking about the River Valley. The secondary points are critical when it comes time for those last few spots in the playoffs.
Vikings 1st and 10 on their own 47. Hand off up the middle, and that'll be a gain of about 6 for the Vikings.
Jason Riffle in on the tackle that time for the Buckeyes.
Getting the Buckeyes 8th in Region 19. East Knox was 7th this week, and they were losing to Johnstown Monroe 20-0 tonight. Oak Hill first in the Buckeyes region. They are losing to Ironton 21-0. The last we heard.
Oh, Jason Riffle met the would-be the tailback that time in the backfield.
So Vinton County will have a third down and about 4 now with 4:50 to play in the game. Get the Buckeyes leading 46-6. This game was over early.
Yeah, the Buckeyes second squad came in before halftime and has been playing the entire second half.
First play of the game. Joey Young takes it all the way for a touchdown for the Buckeyes.
I keep seeing different players coming on the.
And that will be a first down for Vinton County. Offsides on the Buckeyes.
Yeah, David Ray getting a little excited coming in as a attempted blitz that time. That'll be enough to give them the first down there.
Again, Joey Young took the first play of the game all the way for a touchdown, and the Buckeyes never looked back.
Some of the other players I see out there now, number 11, Jeffrey Lehman's out there. Number 8, defensive end now for the Buckeyes, Ethan McCombs.
First down and 10 Vikings at the Buckeye 40-yard line. Again, Nate Schrader at quarterback for Vinton County. Pitches it out on the left side. Running back with some room for the Vikings.
Billy Seal jumps on him and hauls him down, but I think he's going to be close to the first down.
Lane Sharp on the carry.
Lane Sharp on the carry for Vinton County.
And they say it is enough for a first down, I believe. It is.
Billy Seal on the stop.
First down and 10 for Vinton County. 3:45 to play in this game.
Ball spotted on the Buckeye 29-yard line.
Just 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game, and then Nelsonville-York
Well in control.
Schrader keeps it himself. Short gain on the play for Schrader. Brings up second down and about 8 for Vinton County.
Dakota Mays comes up from his linebacker position to make that tackle.
3:14 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 46-6. Vikings at the Buckeye 25-yard line. Second down and about 8. Nate Schrader at quarterback. And Schrader is hit in the backfield. And that'll be a yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Vikings.
Still trying to pick up some of those other players. I believe Brandon Burdett out there now also for the Buckeyes defensively.
3rd and 9 for the Vikings. Schrader will pitch it out. Ball loose. Ball carrier picks it up on a bounce. Gets the corner.
Draper
but he's
takes
knocked
him down. Nice defensive play by Draper that time as he just came flying over at his side of the field to bring him down.
Gain of about 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 6 for Vinton County. 1:50 to play in the game. Fourth down and 6 for the Vikings at the Buckeye 25-yard line. Nate Schrader at quarterback. And Schrader will throw a pass, and it falls incomplete.
Almost intercepted that time by Billy Seal out there. He had a beat on that.
So the Buckeyes hold on downs. They'll take over on their own 25-yard line with 1:06 left in this game. Again, the Buckeyes up by 40. And Nelsonville-York marching Buckeyes playing for the fans. Again, Nelsonville-York really had a nice crowd here tonight. Again, the weather conditions just poured the rain, cold. And the Buckeyes still brought a nice crowd down here to MacArthur for this high school football game. The Buckeyes and the Vikings. Nelsonville-York takes a knee. Clock running at 1:02 to play. Clock running, 45 seconds left in this game. Buckeyes will take another knee. Walker Elliott at quarterback. Waiting for the back judge to raise that arm, indicating there's only 5 seconds left on the play clock. And he raises the arm. The Buckeyes take the knee. Clock running at 22 seconds.
I don't think they need to take another snap, do they?
Both teams line up at midfield. Nelsonville-York's going to win this game by a final score of 46-6.
Well, the Buckeyes, as you said earlier, Jim, I mean, you know, I can't say enough about the Buckeyes. They put this game away in the first. I won't even say the first half. They put it away in the first quarter. The Buckeyes did an outstanding job. And, you know, just looking again defensively, we talked about at halftime, they had this team. The Vinton County Vikings had a total of negative 31 yards at halftime. The second half was much more productive. They were able to put the ball in the air for a couple long passes and get some positive yardage on the ground, mostly all against the second squad defense here for the Buckeyes, as they kept bringing their first string out a couple different times to get some positive yards. The Vinton County Vikings ended up 3 of 11 in the air for a total of 44 yards, 25 carries for a total of 23 yards, ended up with 67 positive yards. So the Buckeyes came in holding teams, you know, 2 weeks ago they were averaging 191 yards defensively and gave up about 130-some yards last week. Colt gave up only 67 this week. The Buckeyes defensively are really playing outstanding going into next week's competition and match up against the Bulldogs for the TVC Ohio. On the offensive side of the ball, first, let's take a quick note to the special teams. As I said at halftime, you got to look at the special teams of the Buckeyes. They actually did a nice job out there, and there was a punt that the bad snap ended up being a fumble recovery in the end zone by Cody Walker. Another punt was blocked by Cody Walker for a safety as it rolled out of the end zone. And then a 68-yard, well, I would say punt return, but it was actually off of the safety, I believe. I believe it was the free kick that Austin North ran to 68 yards back for his touchdown. And then, so offensively, the Buckeyes held everything to the ground. 34 carries, they ended up at 309 yards. That's the exact same total I had them for at halftime. The second half was a lot of forward, backwards, a couple plays that dropped us for losses, but the Buckeyes battled throughout the second half, and this is the way it all hammered out. Jason Talbert carried the ball 1 time for a yard. Jordan Atkins carried the ball 7 times for 31 yards. I had Emmett Reed for 2 carries and 9 yards. Jacob Talbert had 5 carries, ended up with about 3 positive yards. That was one of those players that kept going forwards and backwards depending on which way the line went. And then Walker Elliott carried the ball 4 times for 13 yards. Looking at the starting group of tailbacks and runners for the Buckeyes, Mark Carter carries the ball 1 time for 64 yards and just happens to be a touchdown. We've got DJ Young carrying the ball 1 time for 19 yards. We have Austin North carrying the ball 3 carries for a total of 52 yards and a touchdown. And but his touchdown was on the punt return or the kickoff return. And then Clint Handa carried the ball 5 times for 28 yards. He had a touchdown. And Joey Young starts out the ball game. 2 carries, 1 for 53 yards, 1 for 50 yards, a total of 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. So again, looking at the touchdowns for the Buckeyes and the productivity on that side of the ball, you had Joey Young scores with the 53-yard touchdown. Then later with the 50-yard touchdown, followed up by the 64-yard touchdown run by Mark Carter. Fumble recovery in the end zone by Cody Walker for a touchdown. And then a 15-yard touchdown run by Clint Handa. That was in the first quarter alone. In the second quarter, you had Clint Handa in for a 1-yard touchdown run. A blocked safety that was done by Cody Walker. And then you had the 68-yard return by Austin North. In the third and fourth quarter, you had a couple fumble recoveries by the Buckeyes, Jason Riffle and Paul Varner. And that rounded it out for the Buckeyes as they came in tonight, took control literally from the very first play, and never looked back, and there was no contest here this evening. And like I said, the Buckeyes are now have the entire week to focus on the matchup against the Bulldogs next week, and that's going to be where everybody's going to be. If you want to get a seat, you're going to have to get there early next week. It's the Bulldogs coming in to Boston Field for a rematch of last year's TVC Ohio championship essentially. And, it's a close ball game last year.
Last several years, it's just come down right pretty much the last series.
And I don't anticipate it'll be any different than that going into next week's ball game. We've got two excellent ball teams that are going to be playing for it all.
And I believe in the TVC stats coming into this week, Athens the number 1 offense in the Ohio division of the TVC, Buckeyes with the number 2 offense, Nelsonville-York with the number 1 defense in the league, Athens with the number 2 defense.
Yeah, that says it all right there. You start looking at the matchups and where they've stood throughout the TVC this year, they've both handled the rest of the TVC relatively easy. And so their stats are close. It's really hard to get a good gauge when you look at the different teams they've played and try to come up with some comparables, because due to the fact that they're beating teams so easily, it just really depends on when they bring in their second string, how much their second string plays, what types of plays they're running. Are they trying to continue to work on certain aspects of the game, or are they just trying to kill clock? So it's really hard to just look at scores up to this point. So it's going to be interesting to see the matchup.
Buckeyes, as you mentioned, they took control of this one early. And, of course, that gets the second units a lot of valuable playing time, but also the Buckeyes can come away from this one healthy. It looked like Nelsonville-York was healthy coming away from this game at Vinton County. Again, the Buckeyes now 7-2 overall, 4-0 in the Ohio division of the TVC. And again, the last we heard, Athens defeating Meigs tonight, so that will set up the game for the Ohio Division Championship next Friday night at Boston Field. Vinton County now 1-8 overall and 0-4 in league play. Again, the Buckeyes defeat Vinton County here at Vinton County High School in MacArthur by a final score of 46-6. For Justin McCumber on camera and Ray Spouts, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.